guys! So I'm here to talk about our new story for the week. It is on page 168 and 169 in your reading book if you want to grab it and follow along. So our story this week is titled Life on the Ice. And you can see, where do you think that is? If you had to make a prediction, where do you predict that this story is going to take place? Remember that. And then as we listen to the story, you can see if your prediction was correct. So Life on the Ice was written by Susan E. Goodman with photographs by Michael J. Doolittle. So that means she wrote the words, and then instead of having illustrations that somebody drew, it's actual real life photographs. So that gives us a clue to what our genre might be. All right, our skill this week is main idea and details. So that's what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about the main idea of a story. What is it mostly about, and what details support that? And then our genre, remember how I said the photographs give a clue? Our genre is informational text. So anytime that we have an informational text story, we know that it's going to be true. They're giving us information. So that's why they're able to use photographs, because it's all real. Informational text gives you facts and information about a topic. As you read, look for photographs and captions and important details that support big ideas about a topic. And then our essential question is, what are the coldest places on Earth like? Ooh, so there's another clue for your prediction. This is probably one of the coldest places on Earth. Where do you think it might be? All right, before you read and listen to your story, I would like to go ahead and go over our vocabulary words. Our first word is shelter, and a shelter is a place to live or take cover. So if you're camping, your shelter might be a tent, or if you have like a little fort in your backyard, that's a shelter. Colony, and a colony is a group of people or the same kind of animals living together. So anytime there's a large group of penguins, we call it a colony. Our next word is constant. And constant means not changing. So in the summertime, we have a constant temperature of hot weather. That means that it doesn't get cold. It constantly stays warm. It doesn't change. Our next word is wilderness. And a wilderness is a wild area of land where very few people live. Typically, when we think of wilderness, we think of like trees and a forest and that kind of thing. It doesn't always mean that, but usually that's kind of what we think of with wilderness. Okay, our next word is climate. And climate describes the average or typical weather in a particular place. So if we were talking about Antarctica, the climate of Antarctica is very cold, very snowy, very icy, and it's like that all year round. If we were talking about the climate of the rainforest, it's hot, it's humid, it rains a lot. I don't think they ever get snow. So depending on where you live will depend on your climate. Our next word is region. And a region is a large section of land on Earth. So regions are just how we kind of divide up areas. So for example, we live in the northeast region of the United States. There's a southeast, there's a west, a northwest, a central, and it's just big chunks of land. Our next word is unexpected. And unexpected means happening without warning. So you weren't prepared for it. You didn't know it was going to happen. Like maybe sometimes overnight how we get snow and we didn't know that we were going to get that much snow, so they cancel school, and then it's an unexpected snow day. Okay, our next word is gliding. And gliding means moving smoothly with little effort. So if you've ever seen somebody skiing, the skis glide over the snow. Or a kite kind of glides through the air. It's very smooth. Our next word is overheated. And if you're overheated, that means that you're too hot to be safe. So it doesn't just mean that you ran a little bit and you're like, whew, I'm hot. It means that you're kind of getting into a dangerous area. You need to cool down to be safe. And then number 10 is layer. And a layer is a thickness of something. So if you've ever seen cakes that have like a layer of chocolate cake and a layer of white cake, that's what it means. It's just different thicknesses of things. All right, you're now going to go below and check out your reading slides. Make sure you listen to your story read aloud on slide 2.